She learned the sound of footsteps before she learned the sound of her own voice. In a world without windows, footsteps were the only warning that time was still moving. For 24 years, a girl lived beneath the ground in a basement no larger than a bedroom, sealed off from daylight, seasons, and freedom. There was no calendar on the wall, no mirror to confirm she was still growing older. Time did not pass in days or years. It passed in door openings, in silence, in survival. At first, she asked questions. When will I leave? What did I do wrong? Will anyone come for me? Questions require hope, and hope is dangerous when there is no answer. Eventually, the questions stopped. The mind adapts when escape is impossible. It learns how to endure. The basement became her entire universe. The ceiling defined the sky. The floor defined the earth. Everything beyond those walls faded into something unreal, like a story she once heard but could no longer fully remember. Without sunlight, her body lost its sense of time. Without voices, her identity began to thin. She spoke aloud not because someone would answer, but because silence felt heavier than fear. Isolation does not break a person all at once. It dismantles them slowly. Memory erodes, emotion dulls. The brain protects itself by shrinking the world until pain feels manageable. Survival becomes routine. Suffering becomes normal. People imagine that captivity is held together by chains and locks, but the real restraint is psychological. Over time, resistance exhausts itself. When there is no visible future, the present becomes permanent. The body remains, but the self begins to withdraw. She did not count years, she counted moments, the sound of a key, the opening of a door, the brief confirmation that she still existed to someone else. When she was finally discovered after 24 years, the world expected relief, tears, gratitude, but freedom arrived like a shock to her nervous system. Light was painful. Space was overwhelming. Noise felt violent. Choice, something most people take for granted, felt terrifying. The basement had trained her brain for containment. The outside world demanded expansion. This is what prolonged captivity does. It doesn't just steal time, it rewires reality. It teaches the mind to survive by surrendering parts of itself. Leaving the basement did not instantly restore what was lost. Freedom was not a moment. It was a long, fragile process of remembering how to exist. The most disturbing truth is not that a human being could be locked away for 24 years. It's that it happened quietly, gradually, long enough for it to feel normal. This story is not only about a basement, it is about what isolation does to the human mind, about how resilience is often mistaken for strength when it is really the last tool left for survival. She survived, but survival is not the same as living, and after 24 years underground, learning how to live again was the hardest part.